Good morning, everyone. I wish you all in good health. Today, we're going to begin the study of Discourse on Happiness. This is a very short sutra. The original name of the sutra is Mahamangala Sutra. I heard that in Theravada Buddhism, it's very popular. Many lay Buddhists, they even recite this sutra daily in order to use the contents of this sutra as daily guidance. And after I discovered this sutra many years ago, I noticed that it's very practical and very easy to understand. Also, even Buddha taught this sutra 2,500 years ago, but today it's still very useful in many situations. So I taught this sutra a few times at the temple. And unfortunately, I found the translation in English, translated by Venerable Tinahan. And his translation in English also very easy to read, easy to understand. So today I'm going to use his translation in English to share the study with you. First, I wanted to read this sutra and read the first paragraph to you. Then we go to the other verses. I heard these words of the Buddha. When we read this sentence, you wanted to understand that that is the words of Venerable Ananda. Venerable Ananda repeat this sutra after Buddha attained Nirvana. I heard these words of the Buddha one time when the Lord was living in the vicinity of Shravasti, the capital of Kosala. At the Anathapindika monastery in the Jata Park. Actually, there are two people in this paragraph. Anathapindika, who was a very devoted Buddhist, he donated the monastery to the Buddha. Also, Prince Jata, who donated trees in the park to the Buddha. So actually this place always carry their names, Anathapindika and Jata. Okay. Late at night, a diva appeared, whose light and beauty made the whole Jata grove shine radiantly. Okay. After paying respects to the Buddha, the diva asked him a question in the form of a verse. Before we go further, I wanted to mention my own experience about the place. Actually, about 14 years ago, I went to India and had visited this place. After we entered the park, I discovered it was a very beautiful and a huge place, full of trees. And some places you still discover that this is a place for monks to practice walking meditation. But unfortunately, no more buildings, no covers at all, only bricks of foundations. Okay. After I entered the lecture hall, of this place. There is no Buddha statue at all. There's no statue. And it just breaks around, and a little area still can be seen that Buddha was sitting over there. I kneeled down and I sat down for about 30 minutes and I meditate in the hall by myself. It was in the late afternoon and not many people around, very quiet. I recite her sutra myself at the moment. Imagine that Buddha still teaching to me. And I felt I was very close to the Buddha. Yeah. Even Shakyamuni Buddha was not there. So it was a wonderful feeling that I had from this place. If you have a chance to go to India, visit this place. Okay. And this diva asked him a question, asked Buddha this question in this grove, in this monastery. Many gods and men are eager to know what are the greatest blessings which can bring about a peaceful and happy life. Please, Tathagata, would you teach us? Tathagata is another name for Buddha. Simply means coming, going from steadiness. That means Buddha always in deep meditation, in samadhi. Even he's going to places, but his mind is very tranquil, very steady, very calm. Okay. And after the diva asked the question, then this is the Buddha's answer. Yeah. Not to be associated with the foolish ones, to live in the company of wise people, and to honor those who are worth honoring. This is the greatest happiness. Before we go further, I do want to ask you that, do you want to ask the same question like this diva? Yes, I think we do. We do want to know how to enhance happiness in life, enhance the peace, inner peace in life. Okay. And then Buddha gave answers, follow this question with about 10 verses or 10 gittas. Today we are going to study the first one. Okay. In Buddhism, when we say gita, means there is a short form of writing. Simplify a lot of teachings in order to let people easy to remember the contents. Sometimes 4 sentences only, sometimes maybe more, but basically 4 sentences. Yeah. Not to be associated with the foolish ones, to live in the company of wise people. After I read these 2 sentences, I noticed that in sutras, actually, Buddha did mention this many, many times. For example, in another sutra, Samyutta Agama Sutra, the discourse of number 91, a young man asked almost the same question. Buddha, how can I live peacefully in my life? How can I live happily in my life? And in those answers, one of the answers is having good friends around you, having wise people around you. And because a happy life needs good friends. When we have good friends, Buddha said, that means good friends can comfort each other, reduce sadness, griefs, worries, and also produce positive karmas in order to increase happiness or joy. So in the sutra, Buddha simply explained in this way. Having good friends around you, that is one condition for happiness. Also, yesterday I heard one person, somebody sent this from YouTube to me, okay, and he said, according to a study, if a person who has some friends, at least 5 good friends around him in daily life, he's going to be happier and live longer. So even today, I think we all agree that having good friends is very important for everyone to be healthier, to be happier. And what are the qualities that we need to have in order to say, I'm a good friend, you are a good friend? According to Vijnana Pitaka, actually, Venerable Ananda did ask the same question. Buddha, if I wanted to imagine I am a good friend of Venerable Shariputra, what should I do? What kind of qualities that I need to have? I remember that in this Vijnana Pitaka, there are 7 qualifications for a good friend. Okay, I will do my best to remember and translate all those qualities to you today. The first one is be able to share things with others. Practice generosity with friends. Don't be selfish or stingy. And you wanted to share something with others. Okay. You wanted to give. Okay. And you don't want to keep everything just for yourself. For example, today if I have some tea, it's very fresh, very tasty, a good tea. But I don't want to share this tea with Venerable Jinghai. Then I'm not qualified to be a good friend of him. Fortunately, in the past 4 decades, Venerable Jinghai and I always wanted to share things with each other. Yeah. And when he has some fruits, it's very tasty. He's going to share the fruits with me. Or if I have something he likes to eat, I wanted to share this with him. Also sharing other things also are very important. Okay. So be able to share, be able to practice generosity with friends. That is one of the qualities that we need to have. Also be able to be supportive, helping friends to accomplish some goal. Okay. I wanted to do this, but I am alone and I need help. Let me help you. Let's do this together. Accomplish the goal. Support others. That is another quality. Also be able to forgive others. I always mention this, that as a human being, sometimes we do make mistakes. When we see mistakes, then forgive. I wanted to forgive you today. Okay, and so sometimes let's forgive each other because we're not perfect. Don't always remember other people's mistakes. Yeah, I do encourage people, let's use our memory to remember other people's qualities, not mistakes. Okay. And also, you see friends, whether they are rich or poor, you treat them equally. You don't discriminate friends because he's rich, because he's poor. Okay. So we wanted to treat friends equally. And sometimes some friend, long time ago he was rich, but now he's poor. Then, we don't want to get in touch with him anymore. It's not good friends attitude. We wanted to treat friends still the same. It doesn't matter he's poor or he's rich. Or among friends, it doesn't matter who's poor, who's rich. If you consider he's your good friend, we are going to treat them equally. Also, as good friend, that means we are able to talk to each other about personal matters. I wanted to ask you some advice for me because of my personal matters. So we can talk to each other. Okay. Also, at the same time, Buddha said, after we share some secrets, personal matters, a good friend never spread any friend's secrets to others. You wanted to keep the secrets, as the way it is. You don't want it to spread. Okay. So every time when I talk to members or anyone who talk to me about family matters, personal matters, after the conversation is finished, I try to delete my memory about all those matters because I don't want it to spread any person's personal matters to others. Okay. And also, as a good friend, there's another quality. Never abandon any friend when he's in trouble, when he's in difficulties. Never abandon any friend. You always do your best to help this friend. Not because of his difficulties, then we leave this friend. Okay, when you were healthy, we can travel together. Okay, we can play together. Now you are ill. Okay, then I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to go to hospital to visit you. Okay, I don't want to get in touch with you. It's not right. Yeah, good friend means when we are in difficult time, we wanted to support each other, help each other. We don't want to abandon good friends. And after we discuss the qualities of good friend, then I wanted to go further, move to another part. Because in this sutra, Buddha said, not to be associated with the foolish ones. What does it mean, foolish ones? Perhaps we think about stupidity. Somebody is not smart. But actually in Buddhism, when we say a person who's fool, who's not wise, that means this person cannot make good judgment, right decision, okay, or good decision. Yeah. It doesn't mean this person doesn't know anything. Yeah. There are two kinds of foolish ones. One kind is the ignorance without knowledge. Some people, they never study. They don't have a chance to receive a proper education. Not educated people. Then they have wrong decision, wrongdoing in their life. This is a kind of ignorance that we need to avoid. Yeah. Just like a small child. Okay. some children, they are very young. They don't know the fire is dangerous. We should not play fire in the house. We should not play fire in the forest. But they don't know. They are too young. They don't have the knowledge, the dangers of fire. So they might do something is wrong. Yeah, this is a kind of a foolish. Another kind of foolish is some people, they receive proper education. They go to school, they graduate from college. They even earn their PhD degrees. But sometimes they use all the knowledges in the wrong way, making wrong decisions, may produce wrong ideas, harm themselves, also harm others. There is another kind of ignorance. So ignorance doesn't mean this person never go to school. Some ignorance actually produced by people who well educated. They studied for many years. They have a lot of knowledges. Today, in this modern society, we have high tech to use. Some people use in a right way to benefit the society. Some people, they use this high tech to steal money from others, to blackmail others, okay, and doing something against the law, harm the society, harm families. They are very intelligent people. They are not stupid. I remember that a long time ago in the States, there is a group of people, they call them Heavenly Gate. They form a group. They earn their money by doing some, computer work. They are smart, but one day they decided to go to heaven. So they use poison to kill themselves. It's a tragedy in the States. They are not stupid. Actually, they are well educated, but they are not wise. They don't know how to understand things correctly, making right decision. They use their knowledge in different way, even to kill themselves. And we should be careful about this phenomenon, because when we see people graduate from famous university, earn PhD degree, then we feel we need to believe in them, they are talking. But sometimes we should be careful, because some people, they have knowledge, but they are not able to use knowledge in the right direction. Okay, so we don't consider these are wise people. Okay, and what time is it? Okay, let me mention two real stories. Two scientists working for U.S. Defense Department in Colorado. They are designing missiles, weapons. Both of them, they have PhD degrees. But somehow, both of them, they came to Houston many years ago to see a fortune teller. Somehow, the fortune teller told one of them, okay, Mister, you only have 5 years to live. That kind of sayings scared the scientists. After he back to Colorado, he couldn't continue to work normally. After 1 year, he had to see he had to see a psychiatrist. Finally, he quit his job because he was worried. I'm going to have only 5 years to live. Is true or not? his scientific knowledge cannot help him to make decision how to deal with this kind of saying. Am I going to die after 50 years? Or am I going to live? He couldn't really make any decision at all. But there's a fear inside him. So finally, he couldn't continue to work. As a Buddhist, after we have a right view, actually, we should understand everything is impermanent. Okay, everything is changing. Nobody can guarantee you can live for 100 years. Nobody can say you only have 5 years to live. Nobody can say this. Everything is changing. And also, it doesn't matter I'm going to live 5 years or 100 years. I'm always in the present moment. Live in the present moment. And to develop myself into the positive attitude with today's life. So as a Buddhist, we should avoid this kind of ignorance. Okay, and if we can't, then we are just like foolish people being fooled by a fortune teller. And finally, I wanted to discuss another subject. As a Buddhist, as a monk, Buddha always teaches us, be kind to everyone, be friendly to everyone. If we are dealing with wise people, good friends, there's no problem. Maybe it's easy to communicate. How about we're dealing with some people who's very negative, who's very unfriendly, and even with certain evil thoughts? How can we do? And the Buddha still say, if you can help him, do your best to help him. If you can change him, do your best to change him. How about if I cannot change, I cannot, help? Then Buddha said, silently use social distance. Keep a certain distance from this person for your own safety. Because if I cannot help this person, I don't want to be bothered by this person, or I don't want to be hurt by this person, then keep distance. I think it's not just 6 feet or 5 feet. Certain kind of way, attitude, try to create a space between you and this person. This is allowed in Buddhism, because in ancient time, Buddha did taught PQ monks, if you cannot change this person bothers you all the time, silently keep a distance from this person. And also finally, I wish that every one of us, we do want to be kind, to be friendly to everyone, but use your kindness, compassion with wisdom. Be wise, be skillful. Okay, and even, we have kindness, but we have to have right understanding to guide us, the wisdom to guide us. Loving kindness, compassion, plus wisdom, definitely it's going to create positive consequence in life. This is the way to enhance our happiness. Thank you.